Emma Collins sat at the edge of her bed, her fingers tracing the rim of an old photo frame. The picture inside showed her family smiling in front of their small lake house, a place that once felt like home but now carried the weight of unspoken truths. Her heart thudded unevenly as she stared at the faces in the photo, particularly one, Michael Turner, her late father's best friend and practically a second father to her. Michael had been there since Emma was a child. After her father passed away, Michael had stepped in to help her mother, Linda, and her younger brother, Jack, manage things around the house. To everyone, he was the perfect example of loyalty and friendship, but Emma knew that people were not always what they seemed. It started 2 years earlier when Emma began noticing the quiet tension between her mother and Michael. They'd exchanged glances that lasted a bit too long, conversations that fell silent when Emma walked in, and moments that didn't make sense to her young mind. Still, she said nothing. She told herself it was her imagination. Then one evening, she overheard them. It wasn't an argument, it was worse. It was a conversation filled with regret, guilt, and something that made Emma's world spin. Michael's voice was low but heavy. "Linda, it's been years. Don't you think she deserves to know?" Her mother whispered back, trembling, "She'll never forgive me, Mike. Please, not now." That night, Emma's life changed. She spent months pretending she hadn't heard. Every dinner, every laugh, every conversation felt like a performance. Her mother went about life as though nothing had happened, but Emma couldn't unhear the truth. There was something deeply hidden from her. She didn't know exactly what it was, but she knew it involved her father. It wasn't until her 26th birthday that Emma decided to confront the truth. Her mother had been growing distant, her health failing, and Michael had been visiting more frequently. Something inside Emma refused to stay silent any longer. When she called Michael that night, her voice shook but carried resolve. "Mike, can you come by? I need to talk." He arrived at her apartment half an hour later, concern etched into his face. The years had aged him, but his eyes were still kind, the same eyes that once taught her how to ride a bike and fixed her school projects when her dad couldn't. "What's going on, kiddo?" he asked softly. Emma swallowed hard. "Please don't call me that anymore," she said. "I know something happened between you and Mom. I overheard you 2 years ago. What were you talking about?" The air between them froze. Michael took a deep breath, his shoulders sagging as though he'd carried the truth for too long. "Emma," he began, voice breaking, "I've wanted to tell you for years, but your mom begged me not to." She braced herself. "Tell me what?" Michael's gaze met hers. "Your father, he didn't die in that accident the way you were told. He took his own life. And your mother, she kept it from you because she thought she was protecting you." Emma's world tilted. She stared at Michael, the room spinning as memories collided. The police officer's visit, her mother's broken sobs, the casket closed before she could say goodbye. "No," she whispered, shaking her head. "That's not true. He wouldn't." Michael reached for her hand, but she pulled away. "Your dad had been struggling for years, Emma. He confided in me. He was drowning under debt and guilt over losing his business. The night it happened, he called me. I didn't get there in time." Emma's tears came like rain, uncontrollable, raw, and bitter. "You both lied to me. All this time, you let me believe it was an accident." Michael's eyes were wet too. "Your mom thought you'd hate her. She didn't want your memory of him to be ruined. She wanted you to grow up strong, believing he loved you." "And you?" Emma asked. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because she asked me not to," he said quietly. "And because you were like a daughter to me. I couldn't hurt you that way." Silence filled the room, the kind that cuts deeper than words. Days passed after that night. Emma didn't answer Michael's calls or her mother's messages. She wandered through her days like a ghost, replaying everything she'd ever believed. The truth felt like betrayal, even if it came from love. It wasn't until her mother's health took a turn that Emma went home. She found her mother frail but smiling weakly in her hospital bed. "Emma," Linda whispered, her hand trembling in Emma's, "I'm so sorry." Emma couldn't hold the anger anymore. She sat beside her mother, tears silently tracing her cheeks. "Why didn't you tell me?" Linda's eyes filled with regret. "Because I wanted to protect the part of your heart that still believed in him. I thought if I told you, you'd lose both of us." That night, Emma stayed by her mother's side until dawn. They spoke for hours, about her father's struggles, his love, and the mistakes that had chained them all. By morning, Emma felt something she hadn't in years, peace. A week later, she met Michael at the lake house. The same place where everything had started. The air was still, the water calm, as if the world itself had paused to listen. I forgave her, Emma said softly. And I forgive you too. Michael's eyes filled with tears. You don't know what that means to me. I do, Emma replied. Because I finally understand that sometimes love means hiding pain to protect someone else. But truth heals what silence can't. As the sun dipped behind the trees, Emma felt something she hadn't felt since her father's death, closure. The past no longer haunted her. It had shaped her, taught her, and finally set her free. And though her life would never be the same, she walked away from that lake with her head high, ready to start over, no longer haunted by secrets but strengthened by the truth.